COSM with that explosive move to the upside, just like I was talking to you guys about in the live stream where I was telling you, man, at any moment, COSM is just going to pop open the can of worms, man. So here it goes. Let's go ahead and validate what could be happening for the following sessions for COSM. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with the COSM technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this Thursday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Actually, one more reminder, guys. I believe that there is actually still one or two, maybe one seat left. I know that I'm like, I have to get this number straight, right, before I get in trouble. But I believe there's one seat left in the ARC Masters trading course. So I would encourage you to to sign up. Find a link in the description below and reserve your seat for the ARC Masters trading course, as I am going to be teaching everything from the beginning of trading all the way to advanced topics and mathematical application. All right, so now enough shilling, and let's get right into that COSM daily. So please notice here, first of all, man, oh man, this is incredible for us to leave in the price action for future price action. What am I talking about? Well, if you remember, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll notice this void right over here. Okay, so this void here is this gap that we actually formed October 17th, 2022 to about October 26th, 2022. Okay, so we left that as the void in a very important area for us to actually find ourselves sliding and then bouncing up. The last run where we said we would make a 100% to the move to the upside, we bounced right off of it. And look where we're bouncing now. Okay, so it's very confluent. It's very confluent. And not only that, it's also very close to our newly converted resistance into support from where we were already looking at. Okay, we were looking at the potential touch of about $3, $2.99. Right, but of course we actually just found that bounce from $3.12. So ARCa sucks. All right. So so now let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here. Please go ahead and take a look at this right over here. This is the daily candles that we're looking at, and this is a pretty massive. I mean, and this is an epitome of the prime example of a bullish engulfing candle formation. Right. So very, very good for us to see it in the daily time frame, as I usually kind of think that candle analysis is a little silly on the shorter term time frames, but of course everybody uses it and it's used for day trading and all that good stuff. Okay, so no issues here. I'm just talking about the relevance of it in the strike rate. Okay, so I like the strike rate for a candle analysis in the higher term time frames, 8-hour minimum, daily preferred. We're in the preferred area. So we have a huge bullish engulfing suggesting an upside continuation, and I mean, nothing's guaranteed in the markets, right, you guys? But I can already see that this is the official break of market structure, and it could be setting up for a good continuation to the way up. Okay, so go ahead and notice here. Actually, one more thing on this chart. I want to show you this. This is very cool. Okay, so referencing volatility versus momentum. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour chart. Okay, so we're coming out of critical contraction, right? So this is volatility represented by this indicator BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral, so that's why I pair it with a stochastic momentum or a momentum-based indicator to give me that bias for direction. So in this case, we have critical contraction and now we're expanding, right? So we have now an upside continuation on that momentum. Let's move down the time frame. So 8-hour, we're coming from critical contraction, upside pivot. Okay, look at this. 6-hour coming out of contraction, upside pivot. All right, so 4-hour, we're coming out of contraction, upside pivot. Guys, it's something's up. Something's up with this. Coming out of critical contraction here on the bi-hourly, upside pivot. All right, and here I think would be the limit maybe. Oh, no, nope. Damn. All right, so critical volatility, expanding, and upside pivot. Guys, yeah, there's something going on here, okay? But COSM appears to have just flashed a signal. Notice a bullish engulfing as well on the 12-hour time frame. My goodness. All right, so man, I'm curious to see any other time frames. Huge bi-daily bullish engulfing. It hasn't closed just yet, right? It potentially will close in the next. I don't think tomorrow. Maybe by the end of maybe by the beginning of the Monday session, right? But this, yeah, I mean, actually, no, it will close tomorrow. All right, so this is closing like this. This is a huge bullish engulfing on the buy daily, which is absolutely powerful and still still suggesting that upside. Okay, so now let's move on to the last part of the analysis, which is going to be the RSI. So please take a look at your 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, absolutely mooning over here. Go ahead and notice your 4-day reaching the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile, which would essentially push us right back up or pull us up to that next zone. 8-hour time frame approaching that gravitational zone as well. The daily approaching that zone as well with a limited downside, with a limited upside, sorry. And it's very likely to find that limited upside due to some geometrical targets. For example, the 415 target here of the 3.618. Very likely to find some resistance there as well. Okay, so I mean, it's actually the resistance line would be about 415 to about 431, right in there. To get tighter, 415 to 419. Okay, so essentially right in this area is kind of what I'm looking at for that resistance touch. So let me just leave it like this for you as a box so you'll know later on if you decide to reference back to this video. Okay, so this is essentially the resistance that I'm looking at for the immediate short-term time frame. We face that resistance here. We come back to that 366, bounce right off it, and then continue on to the upside. Okay, so let's continue on over here. So please notice that we do have a limited upside on the buy daily as well, but the buy daily distance from the RSI signal here to the 14-day simple moving average is quite the distance away. Okay, so that's still suggesting massive upside. Similar thing here on the 5-day. The difference here is that the 14-day simple moving average is right in the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile, which could actually insinuate that or it actually could be probable that we succeed the 14-day due to the gravitational zone pulling us right up. If we do that, we would then turn that 14-day simple moving average into a form of support, and we would also have the gravitational zone of the bear strength as a form of support as well. So things are looking very good for COSM, and I am expecting to be very, very clear and honest with you, an immediate upside starting tomorrow, potentially in the. Does COSM have pre? I'm not sure if they have pre-market hours, after hours, but this is definitely suggesting as early as you can think of COSM upside right before a rejection at that top level that we were talking about at the 3.618, 419 to 415. All right, you guys, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. Okay, you guys? Please, please, please do your own, okay? All right, so if you have any questions or concerns, refer to the links in the description below where you'll find the Twitter and Discord links. Also, reserve your seat for the ARC Masters trading course as there is one left, okay, you guys? But with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.